From Huis Ten Bosch, we are here because the Wishes Wonderland event is underway. The holiday season is here. You can probably see all the lights behind me and the boat. Definitely want to check this out at night. We're going to stay here until closing and see what they have to offer. You can see the boat heading away. I actually came in from the side entrance over in Adventure Park because I'm staying at one of the hotels. But let's go check out the Flower Road. Here's the sign advertising the Wishes Wonderland. This started on November 1st, that Sunday. And they've got some more Christmas stuff advertised over here. The sun is not set yet, but they already have everything lit up. I could tell it's gonna look really awesome later at night. This weird truck I saw a while ago is now dressed up as Wonder Wheels, and it looks like it's just a little Segway park. I'm gonna come back when it's dark out later tonight because it may be hard to see, but this is pretty amazing. Flower Road definitely looks more like Rainbow Road. Here's Santa hiding behind a tree, and you'll see a sign for Christmas House Cheese Wag. Not sure what that's all about, but let's go back in Attraction Town and see if we can find out. Let's take a stroll down Umbrella Street. I do love these lights. Always have to walk down here. I just got distracted walking by the Chocolate House restaurant, which sounds kind of odd, but I saw this. It really caught my eye. Doesn't that look perfect? Looks like I found the Christmas House Cheese Wag. There's a whole display outside. I don't know if these are special items. Looks pretty good. Taking a step inside to the right, look at this cheesecake they have. I've gotten a lot of the Huis Ten Bosch treats, but I haven't tried the cheesecake yet. They really go all out here. I feel like everywhere you turn is just Christmas something. And I didn't mention it, and you may be able to hear it, but everywhere they're only playing Christmas music in the park so far. Makes me wonder if over in the One Piece Harbor section they're playing Christmas music instead of One Piece. Here's a cafe and shop. Looks like the restaurant's on the second floor, the cafe is on the first. And here's where you can get some of that special Christmas item. Lots of boards up here to take photos in front of. And to the right is the Christmas Village, which had been under construction pretty much almost every time I've been here. Now it's open. I still can't believe how many Santas they put outside of these buildings. And then they went and added even more over here in front of the Chocolate House. You'll see they have one here on the car and on the bench. It looks like they have a stage show that happens probably throughout the day, different types of shows, probably music performances. To the right of the fountain, there's a whole bunch of booths, merchandise, and even food items over here on the right. Here's a look at some of the foods they have to offer. Check out these bubble waffles. That is strange. It looks like it's almost inverted. You can see bubbles in the batter. This shack here is almost exclusively Volkswagen. See a lot of Beetles and buses. I backed up a little bit and noticed Santa on the roof. Just everywhere. They must have the record for most Santa Claus. There's 3 doing the same thing. The buildings are lit up over here, but I see something in the alleyway that looks really cool. The art garden is looking fantastic, and it looks like it's fully illuminated, whereas the last few times they didn't light all of it up, particularly some of the blue, because you could see a projection back there, like a waterfall. We'll come check this out later when it's fully dark, because I believe the Dom Torin acts as a waterfall all the way through the park. This is surprising. Every time I've come here, Mount Blanc has a huge line, mainly for that weird looking pasta stack. I'm being drawn to this sign. I love this cake. Every time I've come recently, I've bought it, the Koss cake. You can buy them in this store here, along with some other amazing sweets. It looks like they are still doing the Autumn Wine Fest. Not quite as busy as it was on the last few weekends, though. I just noticed these little birds in here battling. Also noticing that the entire park is not yet lit up. All of these buildings here in Amsterdam Square, and all of these ones will light up as well. A lot of chairs here set up for what I'm imagining will be the illumination of the Museum of Glass. This is one of those buildings that you see in the advertisement for this event a lot. Another area that seems like it's going to be really cool is the Palace Huis Ten Bosch is all lit up in the courtyard. Definitely going to check that out. Here comes the boat. It's almost dark enough out to really take it all in. I don't know if they've been on or I'm just now noticing, but they've got red and green lamps pretty much everywhere. I've never seen this at night in the harbor. Pretty cool. Over here in the harbor, it seems pretty quiet so far as the crazy Christmas stuff goes. The thing I like about walking around at night is you can see inside buildings better. But this one that says wash and dry is actually just washers and dryers. I imagine if you're staying at a hotel nearby for a long period of time, you may want to use it. I can confirm here back in the harbor area, they are not playing one-piece music. They're actually still playing Christmas music. It is officially nighttime, and this is a very fast turnaround. This was the pumpkin patch area walkthrough for Halloween. No pumpkins in sight. And here we are at Palace Huis Ten Bosch. Very few people here in this area of the park. I think it may be because it's technically outside of the park. This is back further away from the harbor section, but you have to have a passport to come in here. Here's a good view of the entire building. No Christmas lights, but just being illuminated looks amazing enough. During the day, you walk into the palace and go through a tour of the Vincent van Gogh Museum, which is pretty cool, and then you can go to the garden after. But tonight, they're taking us straight around to the garden. There's seating areas all up here at the back of the palace, because you'll see it's actually not illuminated right now. But I think the show is about to start. That was the illumination show. I'll probably insert little pieces of it, but that was amazing. At the end of the show, it goes dark again. However, the archways are illuminated, so let's walk. I thought this was amazing during the day because you can see it's just trees around this arch. But when it's illuminated, this is incredible. That illumination show was really good. I'd say that's probably the best quality thing I've seen here in Huis Ten Bosch as far as the show goes, next to that drumming show. It was really good. I feel like the camera won't do it justice, but they even illuminated trees like outside of the park. It was crazy. Highly recommend checking it out. As you walk along these arches, they have kind of halfway points where you could stick your head out, and they're already starting another show. I think they do it every 5 minutes. Now that it's actually nighttime, let's get back into the main park and see how crazy they're getting with these lights. I really like this tree trail heading onto the Huis Ten Bosch Palace, though I must say I am really going to miss the pumpkins. I was going to stop by the One Piece store real quick, but just something to note, they close at 7. As a reminder, we're still not technically in the Huis Ten Bosch park. We were in the palace, then we left it because the palace is part of the park. Now we're outside of the park, time to re-enter and see what crazy Christmas stuff they've got going on. Something I've never noticed and can only catch here because it's nighttime, the bottom floor of Hotel Europe looks like it has some kind of fancy restaurant. Here comes the boat again. Makes me wonder if they're still doing the illuminated version of the boat where they illuminate the water and have the water effects. Not so sure because I haven't seen it yet. A lot of the photos I see of Huis Ten Bosch at night are beautiful, like everything's illuminated. I want to go to the art garden soon and see how true that is. That'll be the main place with the most light. First, however, I walked back to Amsterdam City because look at this. This cathedral looks amazing. Let's check out the front side. Osborne Christmas Lights at Hollywood Studios was really amazing, but I feel like this park has it beat when it comes to holiday lights. It's just amazing how many lights they have throughout this entire park, and it's not just one area. Live entertainment in Amsterdam Square, and everyone seems to be into it. I figured I'd get some white wine here in Amsterdam Square, but what's amazing to me is a lot of these songs, they had some old 80s ones, there's like a coordinated dance that everyone seems to know. I don't know how they all know, but you have the dancers on stage and a whole bunch of people in the audience are following their exact moves, not delayed, when they do them. Here's what I mean, everyone's doing the same move. It is finally time. Oh my goodness, check that out. Let me take a walk over here real quick. And this is the screen they were setting up a few weeks ago. You can see they are projecting a waterfall, and it goes all the way through the art garden as if there's rolling water. Now, one thing I'm seeing different from the photos is in the pictures, it shows the Dom Torin having a waterfall projection as well. Like it comes down from there and then onto here and through the art garden. Maybe they haven't set that up yet, or maybe they just decided to change it. Either way, this is incredible. As I said that, I heard music coming from the water again. Looks like a boat is approaching. And they are, in fact, still doing the nighttime spectacular here for the boat ride. Here I was thinking the nighttime photos of this place were heavily photoshopped. Clearly, it's real. Looking back at the Dom Torin and the amazing waterfall effect, it's playing different videos. At one point it said Merry Christmas, and now it's showing like a waterfall with trees in the background. I'm walking over here to one of the mini gardens. This whole art garden has like little miniature sections where you can see different types of flowers and plants. However, at night, you can't really read the plaques. I love how this main road has this little water section here in the middle. These look like huge wine glasses. I'm not too sure what they're supposed to be, but that's the vibe I'm getting. It looks like the maze is finally illuminated, so let's actually go through it and check it out. Wow, here is the maze. This appears to be one of the entrances, and you actually stepped over the water bridge to get in. So there's little stepping stones here. Safe. All right, let's see if we can find our way out. Kind of a side note, the petals are falling off these flowers. I literally just watched one fall off this flower here. This maze as is awesome enough, but the water in between the sections adds the reflection and really kind of throws you off and makes it that much cooler. Like, take a look here. You can see the reflection of it all in the water. The lighting pattern has changed here at the furthest end of the art garden. Now it's just regular white and blue. I just love the building lighting they have here at night in Attraction Town. Here's the Christmas Village at night. These trees are actually incredibly huge. I mean, you can see the building next to this one. It just towers them. Something kind of odd I'm noticing is that a lot of the rides and stores are closing before the park actually closes, which is kind of the opposite in America, where you have Disney and Universal, where the park closes at a certain time, but if you get in line before the park closes, you get to ride. And like Main Street, those areas, those stores, stay open until after because they know people want to buy stuff on the way out. Last place I want to check out is Flower Road. However, on the right, you'll see they're doing a nighttime show. The show is pretty neat. However, I think the flowers are so much more interesting. What's incredible about Flower Road is during the day it looks amazing, but at night you can't really see those awesome flowers as well. The lights, though, definitely make up for it. Good to see the store still open. I gotta get my cakes, even though I'm not exiting through the store. I've now learned that Costella cakes are a Nagasaki specialty, not just a Huis Ten Bosch thing, and they have a huge variety. Alright, back in the room. That is gonna do it for this day in Huis Ten Bosch. Highly recommend coming out and checking out these lights. It can be expensive for a single day, but remember, you can come in later. I believe they have a 3 p.m. and a 5 p.m. option, and the prices are reduced based on what time you come into the park. I mean, that's kind of what I did. Just came in later and just enjoy the lights. Definitely worth it. Probably the best display of lights I've seen in any theme park anywhere, and that includes Disney. So overall, great time here at Huis Ten Bosch, but that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. The caravan is moving on.